Let's see how it works out, because Whites is on his fabled champion. It's the champion that's always been banned against him in the Chinese scene, but this time around he has got on that fizz. We've seen
he will be going to the correct one, and it's actually going to be Lucky going to his 2v1 lane on the 2 side, so a little different.
Yeah, last time we saw this, Impact went towards the golems as well, so expect him to be going into that lane very late. Oh, he's going to face check in there. He danced the flash away from this one. We do see Exhaust already burnt out. A flash for Exhaust. That was a very good start for SKT.
This is one of the side effects for Royal of not scouting the lanes with any wards or jungle invades, but that Royal isn't gaining anything from it, and they're only increasing the monster that is Impact's Jax in the first 2 games and maybe even this 3rd one.
And being a Kennen player myself, this is rough. They're putting him in a 5 to level 3 lane here. Impact
6.
Did now 6. The ultimate's up. A giant minion wave and Bengi on the backside.
There's not a great deal Godlike can do about this one. He's just going to drop and die on the turret. It's first blood for Bengi.
And that is just the entire game coming to a head right there, because Godlike hit.
Wait, did? Yeah, it did.
Yeah, he did.
That was the other blue.
Whites is looking at going down the bottom. They're going to try a 3v1 dive in this bottom. I'm still not sure it's going to work because it's against the Jax.
And here's another thing. They could just go for the Dragon. There's a jungler and an AD carrying a support from SKT up there, but instead they're trying to shut down Impact. They land the Shark.
Impact had to know. He started walking back already. Godlike goes in. He's not even 6 yet. He can't throw down the slicing Maelstrom. They're still going. It takes 3. Impact gets away. The ult just wears off. It looks like he's going to go down. Whites will get the kill. But look at Lucky at Godlike. They did not fare well in this fight.
Yeah, uses the Ignite, cleans that one up. But look at the top lane. They are coming up the pressure there. But Royal actually responding to this one, realizing the danger and already backing away.
Let's see what the trade is right here for kill White. So I think it was a smart call for him to back away.
With that pressure in the top.
Impact.
Kabe get caught out with the team is there. Impact trying to go very deep.
Whoa.
A very nice hit up on Godlike. He's forced to flash in, and they can't get the damage down. Impact is somehow still running around the line.
He just jumps away from this one. They're going to turn it back around. Godlike just gets mashed where he was. Mandu is the one that picks up the kill, and Faker, well, he's thinking he can get some as well.
It's the dunk squad right there for SKT. Impact and Bengi doing work in the jungle, completely catching Tabe and Godlike out of position, getting kills, and getting away with it. This could be an SKT roll through another turret.
Here they go, bottom tier, second one in. They're going to be looking for the inhibitors after this in just about every lane. The middle one.
SK Telecom's where you can see the Trinity Force on Piglet. Trinity Force will be on Impact. The next moment he backs away, but instead he's going to get eyes on towards Uzi. Is this going to turn around? Bengi comes in there. Bengi in trouble. You can see the jump. The water's going to pop along with Static Shift. Will it be enough to get on towards him? They will pick up the kill, but will it be the detriment? Because look at the top lane. Oh, the tower, not quite.
Flash from Flash. Mandu getting a little antsy on this one. Tries to get in with Zyra. He may put himself in the water here. No, Whites gets popped up by Stranglethorn. Coming around the side.
SKT's
Godlike, can he finish it? The Shuriken misses. Where's Whites? Oh, Impact comes in to save the day, and not even Whites can believe it.
Whites took both hands and put them into his face after that play. Because that could very well be the last mistake they get to make that clinches this series for SKT. They overdived right there. You could clearly see that they were tunneling for that kill, because now seeing that Bloodthirster just probably being picked up. That is extremely late for Uzi. He needed that at 13 minutes, and Whites goes in while Caitlyn's not there.
Playful Trickster up and down the crescendo does stop the reinitiation. It's Piglet. Nobody's touching Piglet. They're all running away. Faker makes the fight continue, puts Godlike in the fray, and they're gonna take down the turret. Oh my gosh.
Piglet is an assassin. We saw his Mystic shots in the previous game and his rockets in this one, but you have to say, Royal is making some questionable decisions. Whites, he had the failed turret dive, and then that initiation baited Tabe and Godlike into dying, and this could be an extremely early inhibitor for SKT.
Jat, I feel we're back in Shanghai right now. Korea versus China, the All-Stars. It went heavily in favor of Korea once again, and this time around SK Telecom proving to the world that they surely are the best team right now.
A 16-minute inhibitor, Royal desperately trying to get away. Whites didn't play full Trickster over that wall, and they just cannot chase down onto SKT. Even if they could, they might lose that fight.
Good guy Faker, body slam, saves the ace in the hole for damage, and it looks like they're gonna set this up. Godlike is right there. They have it. They got what they need. They take down Godlike again, and just like last game,
He was on Rumble. They are focusing him every fight.
Absolutely blown up. And let's take a look at that previous team fight. Weiss is all alone. We talk about going in together. When Royal works, Tabe leads with that crescendo, not follow. Godlike could never get in for his cannon ultimate, and Uzi wasn't even there, so SKT could capitalize. Piglet max range W to a max range missile, and he picks up yet another.
Disastrous stuff for Royal. They are now
It seems like no one can stop them. If SKT wins that early game, which has been their weakness throughout the World Finals, there doesn't seem to be any coming back.
Deja vu for Tabe, finds himself needing to ward in the jungle, but SKT is already waiting for it. The pink wards are coming out in abundance right now, and there really is no safe spot to ward.
And this is just telltale signs. SK Telecom setting up kills, setting up ganks all across the map. Faker's going to come back around the side. Uzi's in trouble. Lucky's with him, but I don't think that's going to help out. Faker rolls the barrel in there and just bullies them out of this lane. He's quite confident because the rest of his team, they're taking Baron.
Faker is just playing like an offensive lineman right now, keeping Royal away. If anyone came in, he would blow them back or block them away with his explosive catch. That's a Baron for SKT before 20 minutes.
They are coming out very strong, Royal-esque, if you will. Royal was taking 20-minute Barons versus Fnatic, not contested. It looks like it's going to be happening for them as well. Getting a little bit of their own medicine, now pressured on the second tier turret that they would lose now in the top lane. They've lost them all.
They could get dove very soon here. This turret is incredibly dangerous to hold. Royal might lose it here. They're already down 10,000 gold and a Baron. Those barrels are crushing Royal down right now.
That surely needs to signal they disengage from Royal. They have to back away from it. Both of them, Lucky almost getting caught out. They're going to have to safeguard to Uzi. And that's an easy turret for SK Telecom. It's 7-2 in turrets, 11,000 gold lead. SK Telecom, they are already etching their name on that cup.
They can smell it right now. They are going to be going for this second inhibitor turret. There's already one down. Royal doesn't even have 5 people here.
Throws down the slicing Maelstrom, forced to go in, but he was stranglethorn back. Can they continuously get the fight? Piglet got Chum the Waters on him, and they're now absolutely running for the fountain. This does not look good for Royal.
This doesn't, Crescendo catches all of them. It's a double for impact. They get on the fountain. SK Telecom are just rolling through. The Nexus turrets are potentially going to go down. This could be a 20-minute game for SK Telecom. They will be the Season 3 World Champions here at the Staples Center.
And it was the most impressive victory at the end. SKT is the team that starts slow and finishes even stronger. But they started this best of 5 with a win. And after that, there was no stopping the Korean powerhouse.
SKT Telecom come into this game saying, you know, the Champions Cup would be lonely at home if we didn't bring back another one. So they find the Summoners Cup, and it will be placed in the SKT house right next to their win from Korea.
Ladies and gentlemen, the hype train is real. SK Telecom have won 2 trophies in the space of being together for 6 months.
Yeah, this is almost a new team, and not even say almost, few months of last year into this year.
Sometimes when you have talent come together, everything just clicks. And you could tell for SKT, they definitely have some growing pains in the early game, but when they solve those things, they just seem nearly unstoppable. That last game was under 21 minutes. They had a 15,000 gold lead. It was 12 kills to 2. If they would have played a game 4, I don't know how fast it would have been, because it seemed every game they got farther and farther ahead of Royal.
And while nobody wants to see a 3-0, we have to take our hats off. That was an impressive performance by SK Telecom. They have dominated all 3 of these games. Game 2 was a little bit closer. Game 1 was in the back for SK Telecom, and Game 3, that just didn't even come close.
Yeah,